What is up, everyone? We are Jacob and DJ here for the Speed. We have an awesome guest with us today. This is Glen Reen, who just wrapped up an awesome top 5 finish at Daytona in the ARCA Menards Series a week and a half ago.
Something like that, yeah.
What's up, Glenn?
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Well, man, let's jump right in. ARCA top 5 Daytona. Heck yeah, brother.
Yeah, man.
It was wild, man. It was a dream come true. What's even wilder is I got a text like this past Wednesday that's like, "Hey, did you look at the point standings?" And I was like, "Yeah, we're 5th." He's like, "No, look again." And I looked and we were 3rd because they disqualified 2nd and 3rd for.
Right.
And I was like, "Whoa!" So I don't know. I'm like, does that count as a top 3? I don't know.
Right.
I'd take it.
Yeah. I mean, they disqualified it, right?
Yeah. I mean, hey,
I'll
you got a
take it any
podium.
way I can.
I know they don't do podiums.
Too bad we're not running for the points championship, but whatever.
Right. At least for right now.
For the first week, you were.
No, it's not that. I mean, what, the next race is Talladega, I think? So
No, Phoenix. And it was funny because
Phoenix.
The team owner is like, "Well, technically you're not a full-time driver until the first lap of Phoenix." And I'm like, okay.
Hey,
there you go.
Top 3 in points right now.
Yeah.
All right.
Take it.
Well, yeah. So, man, why don't you tell us a little bit about that deal and how that got put together and how you got to Daytona this year?
It was really cool. So, obviously, I don't know if you guys know my past, a lot of modified racing. So, Andy Seiss is the team owner with Kevin Lapierre. That's what KLAS Motorsports is. It's KLAS. So, Kevin Lapierre, Andy Seiss. Kevin is from up north near myself way back in the day. Used to watch Riverside Speedway Park, which was, I don't know if you guys ever heard of it. It's a super cool mile bowl ring. Yeah. Still to my, never been to a better racetrack. I mean, we would get dropped off. We were like 10 years old, 7 years old, and your parents would drop you off. You'd be like, "All right, see you guys later." They're going to the racetrack. We go to the roller coasters, and all day you just hang out. And then by like 3 o'clock, you start hearing the heat races, and then you start moseying over to the racetrack. And then next thing you know, you're watching race cars. And if you don't like a race, you just go back out and you play on a roller coaster or some sort of game.
That's funny.
Come back to watch the modifieds. I mean, it was still the best Saturday night racing that I have ever seen. And so kind of missed that. I missed that place a lot. Not kind of, but so he used to watch modifieds there. That's where my dad raced. That's where I basically, grew up watching race cars. And Andy Seiss is also a modified guy. So us modified degenerates, as I call ourselves. He had a genius idea. My girlfriend actually gave me the thumbs up to do it, which was awesome of her, to go out and buy an old race car from Teddy Marsh, who I drove for 1 year. And the car hadn't been driven since 2017, I think. And
wow.
A 2001 chassis. And they had updated it, and they ran it, once. We were supposed to run it once with me, and we had an issue with it, so we pulled up the backup car and used that instead. Then the next year it ran with Scott Heckert, finished 3rd at Watkins. And then it was kind of on their end tour when they stopped racing, and they didn't really have full-time guys. And long story short, I wound up getting the car, and it needed a ton of work. I mean, it came out of a barn. It was not in a race shop. It was in a barn. It had bird shit all over it. It was, so brought her back. It was like the movie Days of Thunder. It was literally put that thing together in my garage, my barn up in Belchertown, Mass. And I was way over my head. So I called Andy because I know he's been in this, especially down south, was in the ARCA Menards Series back then. And then he was into the Cup stuff. And then he started an Xfinity team with Chris Auer. So I'm like, all right, he's going to know. So I start just picking his brain like, "Hey, dude, I ran into this. What do I do?" And he's like, "Oh, yeah, it's simple. Just do this, this, and this." And I'm like, all right. Then I get a little bit more in depth and a little more in depth. And finally, I'm like, dude, I own my own company. I can't be doing this every day. I'm running. My guys up here, we're not good at that stuff, right? You want me to put together a modified? I'll put you together a winning modified in a week. But these cars are so different. And it's every little bit counts. The body on a modified, if you're off by a half inch, it's not going to do anything. These cars, if you're off by an eighth, it means the world. So get through tech, which I was learning was a lot more in depth than I thought. So nonetheless, we made a deal where he told me to bring it down to him. So I brought it down to him. They helped me get ready. I spent a couple weeks on his couch and got that whole thing ready for Lime Rock, which we brought it back and we started running really well. I mean, we unloaded 10th in practice. I had never been there, never been on a racetrack. And we were running, I think we qualified 10th actually. we got screwed. You're only allowed to do group qualifying there in the road racing. So like you're only allowed to go around so many times. Well, we had a good run. We waited till the end of qualifying, hoping that it would be faster. We probably screwed ourselves. And I only had one lap left, and I caught a guy in the worst section, and it just killed our lap. So we wound up 10th, running 6th in a race and broke an axle because I was so broke trying to make this thing happen that I didn't have money to put axles in it. So I borrowed, begged, and steal axles because, you know, there's even the ocean has a bottom, man. Like once you get to the bottom of that barrel, there ain't no money left.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I was using regular circle track axles, so the left rear axle was taking all the beating and just snapped. So I was pretty gutted that weekend that we had run so well, and I was ready to sell the car. Like I was talking to Grant Enfinger, like, dude, you just crashed the car. I'm like, I got the perfect car for you. It's right here. And Andy Seiss was like, dude, just talk to me on Tuesday. He's like, don't do anything till Tuesday. So Tuesday calls. He's like, you want to sell the car or you want to keep going? And I was like, I want to keep going. He's like, all right, take me the car and let's get ready for Watkins. So then they kind of hopped on board and like helped me out a lot. And they brought the car to Watkins, helped me crew it, and did all that. So that was really cool. Then we go out and finish 4th, which was their tie for their best finish ever in 5 or 6 years they've run it. So I think that opened some eyes, and they were like, what's your dream? And I'm like, man, I've always wanted to run Daytona. So we came up with a game plan on how to make that work, and they put it all together over the off season. It was still a lot of work. I had to go down there and, you know, get the seat and put it in their car, take it out of my car, which I now got to put it back in my car at some point. But yeah, just
all parts of things you got to do.
Right.
It's just funny, like people don't realize the backside. Like it sounds great and easy, and it's like, dude, it's 12 hours down and 12 hours back, and you know, that's on a Thursday night when you got to work, you know, Monday through Friday, and you know now you're gonna have to work Saturday, Sunday, and you got kids' soccer games and basketball games you're trying to make, and you know it's a lot, but
yeah,
well worth it.
So your racing with this car started last year, correct? Or
the car I own is just a road race car. So the one is their car. Yeah, my car would not make it.
Right. So the two races you ran last year, those were the first two with this car with you?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. So when did you acquire this car? Like how long did you spend? Would you say
getting
total like getting it ready? Yeah, between you and with your with.
So I bought it. Well, last year was 25. So I think I bought it in February or January or February, somewhere in that range. And then I acquired another car. And then I acquired a crash car, and all the parts you need, right? So you might as well just keep buying cars. Yeah, that was a dumb choice, but
hey, you got your own fleet now,
right? Well, I've since gotten rid of all of them, so I only have one. But I stole all the parts off of this one and gave it to that one, and that's the crash car I bought off of Patrick Emmerling. So I needed the fuel cell out of that because we were going to run. You know, I didn't have a fuel cell, and we needed all kinds of stuff off it. You know, the Ilmore things and this and that and the other thing, and I have all that, and just started firing it into and then I felt bad, but his car was nice, but it was hit so hard at Daytona that like, it wasn't worth fixing. Like I started getting quotes, and they're like, yeah, you could fix it, be like 40 grand. I'm like, nope.
Yeah, no.
Car's out of here. Like I can't afford that.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, it just went to the scrapyard. It was, you know, people are like going nuts. They're like, you're gonna get rid of this thing's amazing. And I'm like, oh, it's all yours. Take it.
Yeah.
That's all I want. Scrap money.
Yeah. That's interesting. So what made you choose Lime Rock? Why was that this is the first place we're going?
2 reasons. One, I love road course stuff. And it's funny because people call me a ringer, but like that was my 7th race when I finished 4th at Watkins. That's my 7th road course race of my career. So like
I was on Racing Reference just trying to study and get some numbers and stuff. I see a lot of wheel-in modified stuff. I see a lot of modified
road course.
Some ARCA stuff, and then out of nowhere there's like Lime Rock, Watkins Glen. Oh, top 5 Watkins Glen.
Yeah, we were talking about it before, and we're just like, I don't know. Does he do road courses or is he?
Am I missing? Like I'm looking for the road course information. I can't find it.
I just love it. Like my mom and dad both they raced. That's how it started. So like they started racing. They road raced. My dad was a huge road racer. So I always loved like the modified.
What did Dad race? What was he racing?
He raced. He started out in like Formula Fords, then he went up to Formula Atlantic, and then he went to Super V, and then he got to IndyCar. And that was in
Ah.
1985. And then I was born in 85. So that was the end of it. Then in 4 years later, I started in a go-kart. I flipped it. And then they were like, no, we're going to get a quarter midget. And then that's when it started at 5 years old. So
Yeah,
in
something with a
1990,
cage.
yeah, 1990, we had a cage and we had a quarter midget and we started racing. And that was pretty much it. From that point on, didn't matter if it had wheels, skis, or dirt wheels or whatever. I was riding it and racing it and
That's awesome.
breaking something.
You
That's
said
awesome.
you said mom raced too?
Yeah, so she ran like showroom stock stuff, like SCCA. So like your Mazda RX-7, but it was showroom stock. Like you couldn't do anything to it. It was bone stock, and you would do either like time attack, essentially. Like you weren't door to door racing,
Right.
autocross, that kind of thing. Like so that was her. So that's how it all
That's
started.
right, man.
That's cool.
Definitely a racing family from both
Oh, yeah, I didn't
sides
have
of
a
the
choice.
aisle.
Yeah, I didn't have a choice. There was days
That's
I was like,
awesome.
man, I don't know if I wanted to race, and I'm like, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
Lime Rock only came about because it was like it's like an hour from my house. So I'm like, logistically,
Okay.
this makes
Yeah.
sense. So and they hadn't
okay,
been
I
there.
guess you're saying Massachusetts, so Watkins
Right.
Glen isn't too far
It's
either.
4 or 5 hours, yeah.
Okay.
So
That makes
logistically,
sense.
looking at it, like trying to fund this, out of hopes and dreams in my retirement, it was like, all right, well, everyone can stay at home for Lime Rock. Like, there's no hotels, no travel needed. Like, we can just crash at the house and see you there in the morning. Where Watkins, it was like, all right, now I got to get everybody hotel rooms. I got to, make sure we have transportation. We got to make sure so got a little harder. Originally, the whole thing I wanted to do was like a mile and a half. So we were going to run Charlotte originally. And then I started talking to my old car owners and my friends, and they were like, dude, you can't logistically, like, think about this. You got to buy flights. You got to buy hotels. You got to get the car down there. And I was just like, ooh, that sounds like a lot. So that's why we planned alternate route and we went to Lime Rock. And I'm glad we did because it was, dude, have you guys ever been to Lime Rock or ever seen it?
Only iRacing.
iRacing, and we watched it last year, or obviously whenever NASCAR's gone there, we watched. But yeah.
Beautiful racetrack in the middle of nowhere in Connecticut, like hills around it, gorgeous. And I'm probably going to get the stats mixed up, but I know that this race this past year was the most attendance they've ever had in their existence.
Oh,
and I'll tell you, the vibe and the energy when we were there walking in every morning was unbelievable. I mean, the fans were wild. They were parking people in different parking lots around the towns, plural towns, and bussing them in.
I heard that. I heard that it was
awesome.
like the vibe there is like becoming legendary.
It was electric. It was awesome. So I was super pumped that they were coming back. So obviously we're going back again if I can afford it. The problem is Daytona took a lot out of me, man. It was when I say like I'm not rich by any sense. I'm just irresponsible with the money I do have.
You just like race cars.
I have no idea what that means.
So I just figured like I'm not going to make it to retirement where the money's going to matter. I'll be dead before then. So I'm like, I'm going to spend it now.
There you go.
Hey.
Love it.
So you're going to try to run Lime Rock again this year?
Yeah, we're trying to land some sponsors to help, but
Yep.
yeah, I mean, I really need help. I can't do it right now.
Yeah. What other races would you like to run this year? Like if you could put something else together.
I would like to do some more of the O'Reilly series. That's a lot of fun. I'm learning a ton out there. But I would like to do some modified racing. I miss the modifieds. It's my heart and soul that those cars they're like point and shoot go-karts with a lot of power and fun. So I would probably like to do one of those, but just I got the itch now, right? Like you go run the big tracks and you always wonder like, am I ever going to be good enough? Like, do you think I could do it at that level? And Daytona was like a double-edged sword where you now prove to yourself you could do it, but now you want to do it more.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
But, just like any racing, it doesn't matter. And it frustrates me. And we've all heard it. But, until you're flat out told it, it never resonates, right? So, like, after Daytona, it's like, so what's next? And they're like, dude, great job. Just let us know when you get some more money. And it's like, awesome.
That's what I'll be working on.
Yeah. So it was, well, like you got a high and right back to a low. So, just kind of taking it all in, enjoying what we had, and if we can put something together, we will, and if not, we'll be watching. So
Yeah, right on.
In a perfect world, how many races? I mean, would you want to run full time, or would you just want to? You would.
Oh yeah, I would run full time in a heartbeat, whether it be ARCA trucks or O'Reilly's.
That's awesome.
That's always been my dream.
Yeah, that could be a lot of fun. ARCA, obviously the nice thing is schedule break. Having it broken up makes it a lot more obtainable, especially for trying to come up from the bottom and stuff like that. That makes it a whole lot easier.
Yeah, and plus, like, it's only 20 races a year. You're not 33.
Yeah,
33. I'm sure would get old, but I would like to try it once at least, at the very least. Plus, there's a lot of really cool tracks. Like last year, Joey calls me to go to some random tracks. I went to Nashville and I went to Kansas and Gateway and Phoenix, and like I added so many tracks, Dover, Portland. Like I was like, I've never added that many tracks in my career in 1 year in my life. And it was just like, holy cow, there's just, first of all, meeting people everywhere, which is really cool. I love meeting people. But then like seeing and traveling in different, places, and then the tracks themselves. Like everyone's like, oh, Gateway's horrible. Dude, that was super fun. Downshifting into 3 in turns 1 and 2, rolling the top in turns 3 and 4. It's just 2 totally different corners. Like, yes, it's extremely hard, but it's super fun because it's super challenging. And that's why I like road courses, because it's like it puts it in a driver's hand. It's not cookie cutter, like the cars are stuck to the ground and you're relying on aero. It's like you got to make up whatever that thing doesn't have.
Yeah, so that's interesting.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Yep.
Well, so you, like you mentioned there briefly, but you did run 3 O'Reilly's races last year. Well, you went to 6, made the show for 3, right?
Yeah.
And then, but yeah, I mean, just besides game, I mean, which one was your favorite out of all the ones you did?
It's tough because when Joey calls me, it's normally like a Thursday, and he's like, "Hey,
oh my god,
hey, what you doing this weekend?"
Yeah, he's like, "Hey, you want to race tomorrow?" And I'm like, "Are you serious?" So, and then it's normally like Thursday at noon, so like you have just enough time to like buy a plane ticket that's $1,000, and then call my buddy who's my spotter, and Rob, and be like, "Hey man, what are you doing this weekend?" He's like, "You got a call from Joey, didn't you?" And I'm like, "Yep." He's like, "All right, where are we going?" And next thing you know, we're buying a plane ticket, out of somewhere and going wherever we're going.
Flying across the country.
That's hilarious.
Like no sim time, never seen the racetrack, never been there. I don't know anything about it, and off we go. So
yeah,
Nashville was the first time. Never been there. Called Carl Edwards. He helped me a lot. And it was nuts because like we missed the show by, I think, 400th of a second. So it was gutting because there was 40 cars for 38 spots, and I needed to have been 32nd to be locked in on time, and I was 33rd.
Oof.
And I missed it by 400th. And I did bobble in 1 and 2, just the slightest amount, and I'm like, holy crap. So that one really hurt me, like physically and mentally. Like I'd never not qualified for an event in my entire life. So Carl actually kind of helped me out, and so did a bunch of other drivers. Sheldon Creed actually was huge help, and Parker Kligerman that weekend. And he was like, dude, the people you're here with are not like, yes, you're one of the top guys at your home track, but he's like, every one of these guys were the top guys at their home track, and now you're on the big stage. And he's like, no offense, like the equipment you're in is not what everyone else has. So like you're already at a deficit. You don't have a leased RCR motor or a TRD motor or a Yates motor.
Yeah.
You're up against some stiff, and the fact that you only missed it by 400, he's like, there was 7 other drivers that were below you on time. So you beat 7 guys. Yes, you needed to have beat 8 to make it and lock in, but he's like, you can't hold your head. You weren't last, and you've never run a lap here. You had 20 minutes in practice, and you know what I mean? So like that was
And you were called Thursday to come down here.
Yeah, and it was. And then there's multiples. Like Dover was like that. Same thing at Dover. I missed that by 600ths of a second. I've never seen Dover in my life. Showed up, and that place is wild. Like that makes Daytona like Daytona's like nothing compared to Dover. You go run Dover and you haul it off in there at 170, and yeah, it's wild.
Yeah,
like even though Daytona's faster, but it's such a small corner.
And you drop when you get in the corner.
Yeah.
It's such a drop. Yeah, it's like almost like, I mean, like negative G's, right? Throws you up into the belts.
Yep. And then
That's
we call it
crazy.
like funnel effect on exit. Like it just takes the car, and no matter what you're doing, it just wants to shove it into the wall. So like you have a ton of wheel in that thing, and that thing's just like, nope, right to the fence. So you got to be real careful on exit. Like you get greedy with the throttle, you're going to end up in the wall. So
that's what happens on NASCAR 25 for me.
oh yeah, racing too.
No.
Do you do iRacing?
Yeah, I do. Not as much as I should. Like my Sim's old. It's from 2012. So I definitely need to. And my buddy just bought one this year, and I got on it, and I was like, oh, now this is not good. Like I need the wheels so much better now. The technology.
Oh, the new what do they call it? The direct drive
drives.
wheels? Oh my gosh!
I know he's got it all. Dude, he's got the seatbelt tensioners that like pull down and like give you like it feels like you got down. It's unreal. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't afford that, but I'm like, at least want the wheel, the wheel and pedal system, you know?
Yeah.
I'm still rocking. I mean, it was one of the TX Pros, I think, by Thrustmaster. It's
Yeah.
like they're the best one they made. Same thing, like 20 years ago almost.
Dude,
But,
I still have the Logitech G27 wheel and pedal set.
yeah, that's
I'm
classic.
a G29, so not, right there with you.
And my computer was built in 2012, like to the point where when I was trying to test for Daytona, I used the new AI bots there to just try and get, because no one was running the ARCA car at Daytona. Everyone was running the Cup car, and I'm like, I need people to draft with. So I put it on, and it literally was flashing on the screen, CPU overload,
Oh no.
bright red, and I was like, all right, so I could only do 7 bots and have it be full speed. Like it said I was doing 180, and it was like 8 frames a second.
Oof.
Oh man.
So bad.
Yeah, that's not helping.
It's time to get a new
Absolutely.
computer.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's one thing we like to do. Like we'll set up the track or whatever that we're at that week for whatever race, and we'll all be like, all right, you get 2 laps. Who can set the best time?
Yeah, well, I'll take turns and try to set fast time.
Yeah, and we'll try it. Sometimes we'll get really stupid. And what was the one that was we took an IndyCar to Bristol one time.
That was awesome.
There's not time to react in that.
Those are the best races. I think I went on some iRacing once, and it was the FR 500 Mustang and a street stock at Chicagoland. And it was the most, like, the Mustang would kill it down the straightaway, and a street stock would murder you in the corner. And it was like this constant, no matter what you did, like, not, like, they were just
back and forth,
different enough, but equal enough where you, like, it was every lap you were door to door with somebody racing something. It was so cool.
That's fun. They got all kinds of different ones on there that can be a blast.
I love there's these guys, they do the Mazda MX-5s at Daytona, but they don't run the road course. They just run the oval.
Super Speedway, yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. You're just running like the whole pack, like 4 wide.
Yeah.
Because the
You
car's
probably
so
fit
small.
8 wide in those cars.
Dude,
Probably.
That's a blast. I enjoy that one, but
We did do Daytona in my Miata in 2022. I think we went down there, and it was in the endurance. We did an endurance race there in the Miata. And let me tell you, that Miata out there is totally different than that ARCA car out there. Like, you had time to read an entire book. You could write a newspaper. You could do whatever you want in the Miata.
That's hilarious. So did you run the MX the Cup?
No, it was a Champ Car event, so it was 14 hours. We wound up
14
finishing.
hours. Holy
Jeez.
You know what's nuts is no practice. Like literally, you show up at 8:30 a.m. They're like, "Here's a driver's meeting at 7." At 8:30, they go green,
Holy crap.
and they're like, "Good luck, everyone." 14 hours later, you're done.
That is
God.
wild.
No practice. No, nothing. Like turn
No,
one
none.
is wild on lap 1.
I'm just gonna go ahead and just take my time. We got a long way to
Yeah,
go.
right.
Y'all can send it in there.
It was. I remember sitting in a driver's meeting. And they were like, "Does anyone here not have any actual door-to-door racing experience?" And there's like 15 people. Hands go up. And I was like,
Oh no.
like, this is not good.
All right, all y'all start in the back, 6 car lengths apart.
Get this. This is how they draw. They have all the pit road, right? You get everything on pit road. So it's like 1 to whatever. They double up everyone. So it's like 1 to 100 stalls. And then certain people have to share stalls with 3 teams. And they literally just draw out of a hat a number. So let's say you're pit stall 40 and they draw 39. 39's on the pole. So 38 will be dead last. They'll go 39, 40 is second, 41 is third, and they'll go all the way down pit road, and then they come back around to the turn 1 side, And then so whoever was just in front of that number that they picked is dead last. So they picked like right before us, and we were screwed. We were right in the back, like all the way back. Which was good for turn one, let me tell you.
I was gonna say just hold back and gain 20 positions.
Go ahead. We'll catch you later.
Right.
That's the best part about watching the MX Cup before the Rolex is just watching all the chaos.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
You know it's coming.
Yeah. But it was cool because like they had Mustangs, Camaros, Corvettes, BMWs, Miatas, like didn't matter, right? We have our own classes in there.
Right.
But, like you have to look in the mirror because like you look up and there's a Corvette and just bombing. And you're like, well, better get up behind him to try and get a draft.
Right. Yeah. Get out of that guy's way.
Mustang, we went at it for like 10 laps. And he came over afterwards. He was like, who was just in that Miata? And I had just gotten out. He was like, that was the best time of my life. He's like, what do you got in that thing? And I'm like, nothing. I just know how draft works. So like the second he'd go by, I'd pull in right behind him and he'd tow me all the way through the tri-oval. And then I'd outbrake him getting into one. I'd kill him through the infield. We'd get out of 2 onto NASCAR 2 and 3, or 1 and 2 rather, and he would tow me all the way to the bus stop. I'd outbrake him, get in the bus stop, and we'd go back through, and it was constant.
That's awesome.
That's fun. That's like, super
that
fun.
That is the most annoying Miata I have ever seen. He's like, God, I hate that car.
That's awesome.
It was good times.
Yeah, man. Well, that's fun, man. Well, you have to let us know if you decide to run Lime Rock, man. We'll have to make sure we pay attention.
Yeah, or come on up, man. I was telling everyone, like, come on up, crash at the house.
Man, we have so many races we're going to this year already.
That's the problem.
We love to. We've gone definitely all over the Southeast, a little bit into the Midwest.
Yep.
I think, Metallica just announced today they're doing the Sphere the same weekend as Las Vegas weekend for the Cup.
Yes,
for
you know where you're going.
So I think I'm going to do that in October.
There you go.
We're doing the San Diego race. Me and my wife and kids are. We're going to go do the military base race. I'm
trying to get that one. That's very high up on my list of wants. So we're working on that. So maybe I'll see you there if we can make it happen.
Yeah, you can try to race it.
Yeah, I would like to.
Oh yeah, heck yeah,
that'd be awesome.
I mean, how cool is that, dude?
I know. Problem is, there's gonna be like 50 cars for 38 spots.
Right? Yeah, go all the way out to San Diego on the little island.
Yep.
Yeah, it'd be crazy.
Where's your favorite track you guys have been to yet?
Well, we are a little bit of a homer.
I mean, Daytona in the backyard isn't too bad.
Yeah.
But especially now, man. Miami coming back to the championships is going to be great.
I love Homestead. I've never raced it, but I've been there, and I want to race it.
I can tell you, we weren't there this last year. We were there the prior year.
Yeah.
And were you? Oh, yeah, you were. Sorry. But I will tell you that, like, from my experience, like, just being at there, like, the way they have that vibe at the track.
Yeah.
And at one point, we're just walking around, they got a DJ on the front stretch, just playing all kinds of club music and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, this place at night, like, would be quite a vibe.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited for the championship to end up back there.
Yeah. I just like any track that like Kansas or any of those, like you go in and they just split and they just start going way out and then they'll come back together on the backstretch.
Yeah.
That to me, like when I ran Kansas with Joey, I really wish we didn't have an ignition problem there because I think we actually had a really good car. But yeah, that place is wild, man. Like you haul it off in the corner at 180 and you either go all the way to the bottom and you like gain a ton and then the guy on the top just kind of rolls the top and next thing you know, you're like right back behind him. So it's the only place I've ever like you go into the corner and then you're like looking up to make sure you're not going to smoke him on exit.
Yeah.
You know, clip his left rear. But
yeah, that's cool.
I can tell you when we were at Homestead, like especially the first few laps after a restart, yeah, you're talking 4 or 5 lanes.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
it was
awesome.
It was so awesome.
Yeah. I think if I had to pick a favorite, it's either Daytona or Bristol.
Yeah.
I grew up with my dad's family. They also a bunch of them still live there. So we go up there and see family, and it's a 10-minute ride to Bristol.
Yeah,
you know, and I love that part of the country. And then we love to sit like almost nobody knows. The best place to sit in Bristol is the center of like 3 and 4 or 1 and 2 because it's small, but you can see the whole thing and not move your head. It's awesome. And then always like the first couple laps, you get pelted with rubber. It feels like a dirt track.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll feel it like in my jackets that I've worn to like those races. I'm like, oh, there's still a handful of rubber.
Rubber.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, when we had the tire gate incident, you still have a bunch of that rubber in your jacket.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
we,
that was hilarious.
yeah, no, it's like our joke is if they ever try to say that they can't replicate the formula, like I have a chunk of the rubber, we will forensic analysis this and get it figured out.
I'll never forget the first time we went there for testing in the modified, and they're like middle of nowhere, as you know, right? And you come around that corner, and the hill disappears, and it's just poof. There's a Coliseum, and you're like, holy crap! Like you come out of nowhere, you're going down that windy little like highway, and the next thing you know, it's just like, oh,
yeah, that's cool.
It's
what about you? Do you have a favorite track of all time? Big track, not one you've raced, just your maybe your favorite to go to as a fan and just sit down and.
And that was like it's all this is changing because like I'm adding new tracks now. Like I still have never been to Talladega. I've never been, but like Coda is super cool. I've never driven it, but I've been there many times as like helping other drivers. Place is unbelievable, but it's a F1 track, so it should be.
Yeah,
right.
But I think Watkins Glen has like this spot in my heart.
I want to go to Watkins Glen so bad.
The town is amazing. Like you go there on a Cup weekend, the town is a vibe you just got to feel. It's on this awesome lake. There's so much stuff to do. There's wineries everywhere. There's breweries. There's barbecue. Like it's a vibe. And then you sit at the racetrack. You just overlook into the distance, and it's just as far as the eye can see. You're on top of a mountain, and you're just overlooking the valley, and there's lakes in the middle, and it's phenomenal. So
yeah,
I would have to say that would be my favorite as far as tracks to hang out. As far as to drive, I don't know. Like Dover was wild, but I also really liked Phoenix. Like Phoenix was super cool because again, it's those two totally different tracks, right? Like 3 and 4 is totally different than 1 and 2. Same with Gateway. It really is fun to drive because you got to work your ass off. There's no like, banking where it's just like, oh, the banking will hold me and I just got to feather the throttle and it's all aero. Like, no, you got to manhandle that thing. So I also like those tracks too.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's awesome, man. That's cool. Well, been great talking to you, bro.
Yeah, you too, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate
man.
it.
I feel like we could sit down and talk racing all day long.
Yeah.
If you guys ever need me back on, I'm happy to do another one. So you just let me know whatever you need.
We'll drop my phone. If one of us misses out, we'll call you to come do the post race with us.
Right. Where's
absolutely.
where's the best place for people to follow you, stay in contact with you, and see what you're doing?
That'd be huge. Instagram and Facebook are the two best ones. So it's Reen Racing 17 on Facebook, and on Instagram, and it's Glenn Reen on Facebook. And we're working on getting my website, glenreen.com, up. It's been a long time since I actually had people that want to do anything. So we're trying to do some shirts. I'm thinking about after Daytona, I've had so many people look. I think I'm going to try and do a run of shirts. So I'm going to put up a design and see if people like it, and then see how many we can sell. And maybe that'll help us get to some more races. And we're going to do some merch stuff. So I'm working on that now. We'll try to put that on the website and then, try and get that out to people.
Yeah, man.
That's awesome.
Well, you have to let us know when you get another race on the schedule. Come back on and
Absolutely.
love to talk some more racing with you, see what's going on. And
hell yeah, hopefully we can do another cool story.
Absolutely,
yeah,
man.
for sure, man.
Yeah, any kids out there, like I was telling all my other stuff, like don't ever give up, dude. If you think you can be a race car driver or whatever, basketball player, football player, don't matter. I've been told so many times, give up. You're stupid. I can't believe you're still doing it. You're washed up. You're never gonna make it. Doesn't matter. I just keep digging. So don't ever give up. Look them right in the eye. Use it as fuel. Keep digging. God bless, guys.
All right. We'll talk to you later, man.